Christina J. from the E.P.I.C.TalkShow and HEROICIS shows, WHO Organization for Women and Children, Somatic.net. And this today, my dears, is Passion Hardcore Wednesday. My mind has been just rushing to this broadcast and with little sleep and an important message to each of you. It is a lot of information that I want to get through to you on this broadcast. So I've summarized it like this, notes like here to get through to you. Now I will broadcast as the Spirit leads and speak. I know that in my heart, true God has already delivered the message to you. So today's broadcast is about you. Now look here, I woke up this morning, hey, and I started cleaning. I do this like every day I wake. I start cleaning, and now I reached the end of the cleaning. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna ready myself for broadcast, hey, for Passion Hardcore Wednesday to use to all our workers. And it was just like this urgency, like now is the time to speak. So I just put on some rouge, hey. I never put a rouge on. The other day I just purchased this rouge. It's a radical color, hey. Goes with the glasses. Got the glasses on the same day. Okay, let me focus, hey. So, it's about who you are. To know who you are. Tell you why the importance. Say, like in university, right? You study, say, psychology, or for a doctor's degree, or science, or I don't know, to become an astronaut, or whatever study you require for a degree, right? But dear, I just want to say that experience you cannot buy. No one can pay for that. It's priceless. It's your journey. It's your walk, hey? So now the difference between that is, in university, someone put a curriculum together and said, okay, this is the presentation, it's approved, teach them. And it's been like this for centuries and years. Hence there's a lot in education as well, because many things hasn't been presented. I mean, when I was schooling in school, I learned about history that happened way back then. Today's curriculum changed. So let me not drift. What I just want to say is that the life experience, you cannot get your degree, hey? They don't issue you that certification, that degree, without the experience. And it's actually just the other way, because you being taught someone's information, and what does it lack? It often puts people, holds them there, not to push further. Yeah, like in psychology. And I'm not against psychology, don't get me wrong kindly. This is a long conversation, hey. Though if, say you're a psychologist, right, and you have a patient in your seat for 8 years, I mean, what are you making money off that person? Because if you're so good at your study and what you've studied, that person should have walked in, got the answer, and go. So it's a healing process, I realized that, hey. But to put someone under hypnosis, who are you trusting? What they're doing with you under hypnosis? Have you any idea what's happening, hey? Come on, hey. Wake up. So this is a long combo. So today it's about you and who you are. So say you were like a study, right? Like someone studied you and knows everything about you. I mean, they know, say that person studied you so well that that person knows exactly which buttons to press where, to make you laugh, to make you cry. But you yourself don't even know. Say you've been through things in your childhood years where your father was, for example, absent, or you were molested by a man, a family member, whether it's your father, your uncle, or someone close to family. There's two scenarios there that's presented. The one is the woman would often go and be a lesbian, right? Like draw to woman. The other scenario is there's actually three that you'll launch out to take men down. It's like me, I did, but then in fact I made it turn into myself out there. So it goes to say, if psychology's teaching was only in curriculum of A and B, I would be C, right, and I wouldn't be missing. And I'm here to tell you my journey, my experience. I am the living evidence, the proof, hardcore, of my journey. And I'm breathing by the grace of God that blew life back into my dried out bones. So I'm not presenting to you something to be accepted or denied. I'm presenting to you the hardcore truth as I learned it through my experience in years. So that's enough about me, hey? And I'm not here to convince you. I'm just here to bless you with the truth, as the truth shall set you free. So I'm like, why not rip with your eyes wide open and then decide? There are people that would often judge and come against the truth like that, and it's often those people that you'd find that they are either manipulated and controlled by a perpetrator, or they themselves have accepted such a lifestyle, a way of life, and simply don't want the truth exposed. So it breaks down and it hits to self. It breaks down the self, the being, who you are, and make you out to be nothing, like whatever you say is worthless, hey? And it hits there. That's one thing. And the other thing is, so to know whom you are. So say someone really knows you, right? And so it goes back, that's the two scenarios. The third scenario is, you would often find that you might be looking then for a man that presents to you that confidence, security. And say you have been through relationships where men has abused you or not treated you right, or hasn't invested their time with you, and you're always there to fight for time because maybe your love language is spending time together, or whatever it is. And now you find someone that's like that Romeo, hey? And it's not that Romeo, and you're like, oh my gosh, hey, there's Romeo. It's not like Romeo. It's not okay. It's like, what is the cost to Romeo's offer? Now, when you know your value, my dear, who you are, okay, you won't question the cost of Romeo's offer, because you know your value true. And your answer would be, no, Romeo, I'm priceless, and I know where I'm heading. So say you have someone that come to you and they propose and like ask you to marry. Like, okay, hey, even at they're walking down the aisle, they make a vow, like to God, and like, oh, yeah, until death do us part, they say. What? And then they don't care about you anymore. So first of all, why is that person with you here on planet Earth? I mean, what does that person want from you? I mean, why is that person not happy with that person's self? What is it that that person wants from you? Call a spade, eh? I'm not digging no grave holes. Why not rip with your eyes wide open and see the hardcore truth? So, like if someone really get where you're heading, that person would make sure that you're actually the right person to be with and know where you're heading. And for that, that person should really know God, because only God knows everything, right? So, this is something, hey, so why are you with a person, and why does someone want to be with you? So you'd often find that that person offers you something and you find it, you settle there. You find that this is it, hey, you're going to marry that person. But the point is, whom are you really marrying? And is it that person, that person cares so much about you to call it an end of day for you when at death? What is that, hey? No, man. So, I'm putting summary points here. So, that is the thing. You need to go and do soul searching within you. No psychologist can do it, not under hypnosis, no doctor, nothing. You and God, hey. and speak to God, like, God, what happened in my childhood years? What happened? What's going on? And God does the healing and restoration and shows you. You sit, you go through like what, and it's hard, it's difficult, hey, because it's not easy to face, though it's worth it, because you're worth it, hey. You are worth it. And so the value is that when you see yourself through the eyes of God, which that call time and universes and galaxies, planet Earth, everything into existence, you see the truth and you see the real. And God's all about you. God is love and life. God doesn't take life. God gave life, spoke life. And God is the Word, and God is love and life. So, and yeah, it is not possible without God. So I'm just saying, hey. So what I'm saying is, what is the cost? You must know yourself, because for someone to tell you, I like, you like, what do you like about me? Like, why are you with me? And this person's like, look here, I like you for, so yeah, you must know who you are. So for someone to like you and be like, yeah, I know who you are, and you like thinking to yourself, but I'm not even sure about all of me. Like, if someone loves you for being you, they surely should know who you are, right? I mean, does that person even know who that person is? I mean, it echoes true in their footsteps, eh? It's like a fruit and a tree and a fruit it carries. So I'm just like, know whom you're with and walking a road with. And I mean, look, no one wants to walk alone, I suppose. Maybe there are those that does choose that. I just chose as I chose, like I was all about all of you, and I didn't even know you, like just to find the truth, to existence, to life itself. Why are we here? And the God I know that's love would never take life. Like, what is going on here? And if what I knew was not the truth, then I want to know the truth, because I would have no part in it. It's not for me to murder, to kill, to take down, to rape a woman, to abuse children. It's not my God. It's not who I am in here. So my heart cried to God, and I searched for years. I'm nearly 40 years old, and I searched years and called to God, and God made it clear to me and showed me these truths. So I am honored to speak and to deliver this message in voice to carnal ear, to your ears. And I'm just asking you to kindly know who you are, and for that you must know your Creator, the source, the core, and that is God. So the cost is too high if it's someone that comes to you and promises to you. You see, a promise, I don't make no promises, eh? My yes is my yes and my no is my no. Because a promise is empty. It's something that there is not yet. However, it's a promise. Now be wide awake, hey, because it's much like a government. Like a person like runs for president and make these promises. I'm like, look here, before you run for anything, if you run and your campaign says, I built for all the people that's without homes, for example, I'm building houses. Those houses you should have built already prior to your pitch. Yeah. So it should have been done already, not in a promise empty. And that is why there's havoc, because then it's bribery, and then there's things that goes down, and manipulation that gets played, and controlling, and it's all about what man wants to control and manipulate. And my dear, the thing is, you will find that you will always be in search of something, because what is a heart? A heart is God loving you right, beautiful. and only God knows the heart. So no matter where you are, you always have that call in the heart, like, what is going on? Something's missing. I'm looking for something, and you are. And so I hope this message, I know this message has blessed you, and I thank God for delivering it to your hearts too. And man, there's a lot I want to say, though. This is it for the day today. First, there's a lot of information. Though don't give up on you and know who you are, because don't settle for a love accommodation. Like someone offering you a palace, and you sit in that palace, a millennium slave. There was a woman, and many years back, prior to my arrival on planet Earth, and a film reached my desk in film watching. So her name was Barbara, and she was one of the richest girls on planet Earth, a young girl in her teens. She became one of the richest women by inheritance and in money. So she spent all her years, one man after the next, buying them everything, serving them, giving them herself, her possessions, buying them properties. Go watch the film on YouTube. So on a deathbed, as it's recorded in history and came through in film, who was sitting next to her? She was alone on a deathbed, had no children. Each man she divorced. It was a horrible thing she went through. And next to her was sitting a lawyer, and she had not a cent left. She spent all her money on men, looking for love. You can't buy love. You can't earn love. And you are loved. You just maybe don't know because you've been searching or accepting a love accommodation. The cost is too high. Your life, there's only one of you. And when someone comes your way and it looks all pretty, like, I mean, there's beautiful people here on this planet Earth, like serious men and women, like really lookers. And each to their own. I mean, I might find someone really attractive and you might think, nah. So, though, if you're gonna go for pretty boys or pretty girls as you see them, just for face value, but you don't even know what's going on in there, it's easy to sway someone. Hey, anyone can pretend, and later you become numb, and then manipulation, control starts happening, and things starts happening, and you feel like you're far away, like you don't exist no more, yet you're alive. And it's like it sucks you dry, and it cannot return what it takes. Though God's got your back, hey, look with your eyes wide open. And this is to men and women. I mean, the woman was never about this, to take like that. Though what happened over time was witches were burned at the stake. Women were murdered and hung because of, and that's men after men paid to sleep with them. Some raped them. Breeding happened. It's sick. What happened with this is how different people came to color in color. And so women also develop a defense mechanism to that, and woman is not inclined to do such a thing. However, many has decided to maybe take such a route to become like that or to be like that. So I'm not judging you. Hey, each to their own. Though for those of you that wonders, is there a way, a light? There is. You don't have to make your bed where you don't want to. Hey, wake at once. Have a beautiful Wednesday and week further from South in Kinjekje. See you next week. God bless. Ciao, ciao.